Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, August 22nd, 2026. Fire potential headlines for the next week include some scattered showers and thunderstorms increasing across the northern two-thirds of the area today, gradually decreasing through midweek. We'll see gusty winds across parts of the area, especially the Sierra Front through midweek. Temperatures are hottest today, but remain slightly above normal through the week. Overall fire danger is holding steady right now during this little monsoon push, but will increase quickly next week. The fire potential impacts for the next couple of days, again showing that increase in moisture across much of the northern two-thirds of the Great Basin. We do expect the storms across Idaho to be a mix of wet and dry, especially over western Idaho and parts of northern Nevada that'll be more on the dry side. And then some gusty winds moving into the Sierra Front in western Nevada today. Tomorrow we'll see the winds pick up a little bit more across the north and over Nevada with decreasing thunderstorm activity across Idaho. And then on Monday, more winds along the Sierra Front, and then we'll see another little return of moisture to northern Nevada and up into parts of southern Idaho, where their storms will again be a mix of wet and dry. Yesterday, we did have some thunderstorm activity, particularly across eastern Nevada and into parts of Utah. Overnight, some showers moved through northern Utah as well. We had 23 new initial attack fires yesterday for 800 acres, and large fire growth was over 10,000 acres. Great Basin sits at PL3, and nationally we're at PL5. Some localized smoke impacts are expected both today and tomorrow near ongoing fires in the Great Basin, especially parts of Idaho and northern Nevada. Overall, ERCs are still quite a bit lower than what we saw a week to 10 days ago, but values are holding steady right now with the monsoon moisture that's coming up. But after that monsoon moisture clears by early next week, we'll see ERCs increasing area-wide back up over above normal for most areas. Satellite imagery this morning shows a high pressure ridge located to the southeast, kind of over the Four Corners area, and we have a trough off the Pacific coast. This is helping to draw moisture up into the Great Basin today, and will also introduce a little bit of wind in the next coming days as well. Again, looking at the next couple of days, the overall forecast here, that low pressure moving into the Pacific Northwest, helping to draw the moisture up into the northern parts of the Great Basin today. Tomorrow, that low moves across the northern Rockies, bringing drier air back into Idaho and bringing some breezier winds up there as well. And then on Monday, continued drier southwest flow moving in for decreasing thunderstorm activities. We will see a little bit of moisture coming back up into northern Nevada on Monday, and we do have high risk for some of those storms. Again, for the high risk, today is one of the bigger days with the drier storms moving into western Idaho and parts of northeast Nevada, and then some winds with that low in western Nevada as well. Tomorrow, the winds continuing with the high risk, and then again on Monday, just a little bit of return of moisture to northern Nevada and winds along the Sierra Front. Closer look at the winds, showing those gusty conditions along the Sierra Front today with gusts up to 35 miles an hour or so. And then we do expect gusty outflows with any of the thunderstorms that develop in the Great Basin today. Tomorrow, a little bit more widespread wind with gusts over the central Idaho mountains up to, again, 35 miles an hour or so. And then across southern Nevada, we'll see winds picking up as well. The winds continue across the Sierra Front on Monday with continued gusty outflow winds expected wherever we see those thunderstorms. Relative humidity-wise, the driest areas are still going to be across western and southern Nevada and some of the lower elevations of Utah. Those RHs decrease a bit across the north on Sunday as that low moves through, bringing drier air back in. And then on Monday, again, mostly minimum relative humidities in the mid to low teens across much of the lower elevations, a little bit higher in eastern Idaho and western Wyoming. The precipitation forecast for the next couple of days is shown here. Today we'll expect the most widespread showers and thunderstorms with the best chance for precipitation over the central Idaho mountains, parts of southern Idaho, northeast Nevada, and northern Utah as well. We do see a decrease in thunderstorms across the southern part of the Great Basin. Tomorrow, drier air moves into the north with continued decreasing thunderstorm activity. And then on Monday, we'll see storms still developing across southern Idaho over the higher elevations of Utah, and then maybe a return of some drier storms into northwest Nevada. For the bulk of the work week next week, we're going to be just in a general dry southwest flow with a high pressure located to our south and east and a trough off the Pacific coast here, keeping things temperatures generally above normal, just a bit above normal, and drier conditions for the most part. Winds will be generally light across much of the area, although we'll see some gusty winds each afternoon along the Sierra front. Minimum relative humidities do continue a downward trend as the air mass remains dry, and by Thursday we'll see our minimum RHs dropping back down into the single digits across much of Nevada and some of the lower elevations of Utah. Precipitation really decreases through midweek with just some lingering isolated storms over the higher elevations of Utah and up into western Wyoming for Wednesday, and by Thursday we'll see kind of a clear skies generally. Maximum temperatures today are going to be mostly in the mid to upper 90s. Today's probably the hottest day of the next week, with temperatures decreasing just slightly as we head into the first part of next week, but temperatures will still be above normal by at least a few degrees for the time of year. To sum things up, the most critical impacts are definitely in the short term, with lightning on the drier side moving up into Idaho and parts of northern Nevada, wind in Nevada and up into Idaho, and then on Monday, northwest Nevada could see those return of drier storms with wind. And then as we head into the middle of next week, things calm down a bit and begin to dry out more. The extended forecast for August 27th through the 31st keeps things above normal, temperatures above normal, and below normal precipitation is expected across the basin. That concludes today's briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.